Hi YouTube family, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Helen.
Welcome to the channel.
And this is Potty Talk.
Yeah, this is our new little talk now and again called the Potty Talk.
Potty Talk,
So what have you been up to, Helen?
Well, it's been quite busy. I know a lot of you thought that Jackie had buried me under the patio because you hadn't seen me for a long time. But I've been busy and I've been doing a lot of computer work and creating courses and classes and things like that, which I enjoy doing a lot. But they are very time consuming, so it's taken me away from the Gone Potty gardening videos for a while. And I have been doing my own little thing. And back in March, we managed to get to the garden centre and I picked up a couple of just general chilli plants, mild flavoured chilli plants. And they are the chilli that just keeps giving and giving and giving.
They've been phenomenal. I can never say that word. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Da, 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 da. Anyway, so these chilli plants just keep giving and giving and giving. And in fact, I got two. They're on the kitchen windowsill. And they are absolutely covered in chilies still. We're into October. So
it's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, most of them are green, but they soon turn red. And so I've been making batches of chili jam, which is absolutely gorgeous.
It's really nice. It's not too hot either. I don't like it too hot.
No, we're not. We love the chili flavour, but we can't do with the fierceness of the really hot chili. And I've saved some of the seeds. Now this is a very generic one that I believe is grown to be quite successful. We can't grow it outdoors here because we don't get enough warmth and sunshine. So it's grown indoors with some, what are they called? Anyway, plant lights. It's plant lights. I've saved some of the chili seeds and I'm going to try and grow some new plants from them and have a heat mat, the type that beer makers use, and also the lights again, and have it on a timer and see if we can grow some new plants over the winter. And I'm going to see how long I can keep these ones going, but we'll see.
In a minute, I'll pop a little section of the peppers after this little talk, and you'll be able to see they're great, aren't they? What about your is it your nephew?
Yeah, Lawrence in Portugal. Well, my nephew is an expert on chilies, and it's a passion of his, and he started a little private group, online group, a few months ago. And it's now got hundreds in it, and he's just launched his new website, and he grows all the really hot, the Scotch bonnets, even amazing, and he knows all the phenotypes and the crosses, and wow, it's a real passion. It's all in Portuguese, but fortunately the computer translates it for me. And on his website he's got all the seeds, and you can actually buy the chilies and he'll send them out, but he's got all the seeds for the particular plants, so that's really exciting.
We'll leave a little link to his website, not that maybe it's because it's Portugal it's not visible,
I think he sends
he does send them worldwide.
I think he certainly sends the seeds, I think, where you're allowed to send seeds. And yeah, it's a great website. Only been online 2 or 3 days, but he's like the aficionado, and the strength of our chili jam would probably be a joke to him, because he likes the really, really fierce ones. So apart from being busy in the office, I've been enjoying my chili plants in the kitchen, and it's time to harvest and freeze some because we've got so many. And it's important, you can freeze them whole, of course you can put them in oil, you can Oh, there's all sorts of things you can do with apple cider vinegar and salt and that. But they're fine whole, and obviously when they defrost they're a little bit softer, but that's okay. You just chop them up. And I just take 1 or 2 out at a time. I'm just going to get as much air out as I can with that. So they stay good, and they're just going to go straight in the freezer now. Now these ones here, they're a little bit overripe and soft, so I don't freeze them. I'll pop them in the fridge for a couple of days in case we make anything with chilli. That one can go in compost. As you can see, it's going very mushy at the end, so let's not put that in. Yeah, that's not quite mushy. A couple of days it would be. So these two will go in the fridge in case I do anything cooking wise that has a bit of chilli, and I might actually do some chickpea burgers soon. And these are the ones to freeze, and we've got more growing, as you can see. Look at that big green one there. That's probably one of the biggest we've had. Anyway, that's quite good really, isn't it? Because if I remove all the dead bits and that, then the good energy, the good juju's going back into the plants. And I've saved some seeds because I don't actually know what variety of chilli this is. It suits us because it's not too hot, and we don't like too hot. But I've saved seeds because these ones have been so prolific and really, really nice.
I remember, Helen, that we bought them back in March.
We bought the plants in March from the garden centre, and I don't actually know the variety, and I know my nephew's got a big seed swap thing and he sends them out, but he's really serious, you know, like the Scotch bonnets, and the names of some of them are quite fearsome, as you can imagine. But we don't like things too hot, so these just do us nicely. But I've saved the seeds. Now, whether it's a hybrid, and what will happen is if they germinate, it goes back to, you know, its original DNA. I don't know. We'll see what the experiment is, and we'll update you if we get anywhere with that, and hopefully we will. But what we've got on the kitchen windowsill, it's all a bit dirty at the moment because I've just taken the plants off, and we got these lights because here we don't have the sunlight in the west of Ireland. We have a lot of overcast days. Today is an exception. We've got lovely sunlight, but and Jackie's brought her peppers in, and we're going to put another light along there for them. And we've also got a couple of heat maps, and those heat mats will hopefully keep them warm enough and the light sunny enough to see how far around the year we can go with peppers and chilies, you know, chilies and regular peppers. So it's actually
hitting the ceiling, like hitting that.
Oh, that one's really tall, isn't it? You might need to pinch that one out, I think, because it can't go any further. But yeah, and they just get really nice organic tomato feed every couple of weeks while they're producing, and they're like little our babies.
We've also had the donkey's feet done. They have to be done quite regular, and we met this local man. He'd been working in America. Of course, the money's good for him over there. You know, there's a lot of horses, and he was talking to us about it. But anyway, we found him. He's a different farrier, and we've got him all the time that he's still in Ireland, and he's fantastic. So here's a little bit of footage.
But generally when they're not working, like an odd time you might get somebody now that might have one in, they might want them for like a St. Paddy's Day parade now or something.
Oh, I want them all smart and poshed up.
Yeah, because they might be pulling the cart in a little kind of parade or something now, and they might want them looking really good now, and I'd say, look, lads, if you want them looking really good for the parade now, I said just get them done a little bit more often. But the likes of these guys now, I think their parading days are over. It's just like the top end of the show jumping in America now. They'll pay any amount of money for a really good farrier, you know.
Yeah.
So I got to work with some really experienced guys out there now that learn plenty of tricks.
Yeah. Was you out there for a long time?
Yeah, 2 years. The visa ran out, so I came home. I've been trying to get a new one there now, but it's just the political landscape in America is kind of volatile at the minute, you know.
Oh yeah, it is,
The
isn't
man in
it?
the White House and the racism and against immigration. And so look, I might get word in the morning and I might get word for 6 months, but I did apply for another one, you know.
Yeah.
The great thing about this farrier is he understands natural horsemanship, so he knows how to enter the paddock and how to use his body language and not to scare the donkeys, because the donkeys that we have here are rescue donkeys, and they were unloved and not used to regular human contact. And we didn't want them to have too much regular human contact because we just want them to live a good, healthy life here, which they weren't living before. So they have enough contact with us and they know us, and we can go in the field with them, and that's fine to trust. And also, if it comes to a point where you need to have a vet, they need, we need to have a certain amount of trust, but we don't want them to, they're certainly not to be worked, and they're to just live out their days as healthy and happy as possible. But this particular farrier was fabulous with natural horsemanship, where he knew the right way to approach, he knew about looking after his energy and how to do it so that they weren't scared, because they had never met him before. So it was quite something to see, wasn't it?
He didn't have any trouble at all. I
No.
mean, obviously he's used to it, and he was really great. But the donkeys we've got, they do like a lot of fuss, don't they? Come on.
Oh, when they
do nothing.
once they trust you, and they say it takes a long time for a donkey to learn to trust a human, but once they do, they always do. So
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Right, of course, this year we're into the end of the season for the garden. It's been another year of learning what we can grow, what we can't grow. This year there was a few disappointments. The runner beans took ages to get going, and they didn't really produce much at all, not this year. But I have heard that has been the case for a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
We did great with the potatoes. I don't know if you all saw the potato video, but that was fantastic. They, we really had some nice potatoes. The onions bolted. We're trying a different variety this year, a couple of varieties, and different varieties of garlic. So they should be shipped out quite soon, So I'll have to...
we ordered them a while back to be shipped out for winter, over winter planting, didn't we? Yeah.
So I want to put them in a different place this year, so I'm going to need to get that sorted out. But so onions bolting, they weren't great, but everything else has been great, cabbages and stuff like that.
But we realised, didn't we? I mean, it's always been an experiment, and you've grown some really great stuff, but a lot of the stuff is stuff we don't eat a lot of, so it can either be given away.
What are you saying?
Well, we don't like courgettes, zucchini.
Oh no!
And my goodness, we could have grown enough for the nearest city. I think they do so well here, but so we're working out what we like that grows well.
Yeah.
And one thing was a bit disappointing was the fruit canes. Apart from the black currants do well, but raspberries and tayberries and the blueberries, nothing much this year.
One of them bushes just went totally black. I don't know why, but I
Overnight.
think what I'm going to do over the winter is just like really feed the soil. They like the acidic, don't they?
Yeah,
Soil.
fruit does. Yeah,
And try and see what happens this year coming, because I'm sure they might send up new roots, and it might take that time for them to get established.
and of course we did really well with the pumpkins. There's loads of pumpkins.
Yeah.
Potatoes and pumpkins.
Yeah. But
Peas. Oh, peas. Yeah, we did well with peas.
the peas were great.
Actually, what were they? Aldermen, weren't they? Aldermen.
Joyce sent us the aldermen, and she sent us some peppers, which are great as well. Thanks, Joyce.
Yeah, they did really so 3 peas there.
Yeah.
Potatoes, pumpkins and peas.
Got
Parsnips are doing well.
kale.
Oh yeah, that's not a pea.
And the
though.
carrots are The carrots are done fantastic.
Yeah,
got
carrots
loads of
good.
carrots.
Do you know what I like? There's ones you grew that are a gold colour.
Yeah, they're nice, weren't they?
They're called something gold,
Yeah,
aren't
they are. Can't remember what they're called now.
Probably autumn gold or something
Solar.
like
I
that.
think they're called solar.
Solar, right.
Yeah.
And they're just a lovely golden colour and the lovely flavour as well.
Yeah, gorgeous. And what else we wanted to show you, which when we went away, I don't know if you watched one of the videos previously, but we took the opportunity to go away for the weekend on our 10th anniversary, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we went up to Donegal.
Yeah.
And so there's some footage of when we visited the Famine Museum. So we're going to pop that in now, and that'll be a nice little bit of footage for you to see. We think it's important to learn a bit about where you live, don't we?
Oh, definitely. And I learnt so much, and I feel I understand a little bit more about, you know, Irish history now.
I mean, it's not all been good, but every country's got their own
Absolutely.
things, haven't they? So,
yeah, definitely.
but when we went to this museum, what did you feel when you were there?
Well, I mean, you are filled with this incredible sense of sadness.
Yeah.
And yet it's also an incredibly positive place. And I remember going into that area where they've got lots of different displays and things, but they've got lots of boards with the story as you go along. It's amazing. It looks tiny, but it's quite extensive once you get into it. And I remember reading the story and feeling quite sort of ashamed that we could have let this happen to people, because it didn't need to, and it was unnecessary, and there was food, but you know, the landowners wouldn't let them have it. But so it was incredibly sad and moving, but I learnt so much also about the rich diversity of the west of Ireland. Like, for example, I didn't know it was one of the world's most exquisite places for the best. What do you call it? The
Cows?
Not cows. Oysters.
Yeah.
A particular type of oyster, and they were so over farmed back in the day that their stocks were depleted, and then there was some pollution or something that meant they couldn't be harvested from here. But now they are restocking and they're regrowing, and the beds are protected. Not that I eat oysters, but it was fascinating to learn about this rich history of the west of Ireland. Beautiful, really.
Yeah. We felt though we could have done with a bit more time there. Excuse the dogs in the background.
Yeah, they got the tap shoes on. It's wooden floors and little dog shoes. We
felt we could have done with more time there to read it properly, but there were groups of people there, weren't there?
Yeah, we could have waited and gone on the guided tour, but we were impatient and just wanted to walk around by ourselves in our own time. And it was, I would like to go back, because I still feel there's a lot I didn't take in, I overlooked and didn't quite absorb. There's so much to it.
Such stunning scenery outside, isn't there?
I mean, it's on the edge of the coast, the white sandy beaches and sand dunes, and so just unspoiled land.
And as you turn round to come out the car park, there was this big tractor, an old tractor parked up on the hill. You'll see it in the footage, have a look. And there's this farming couple sort of lying passed away in the tractor, you know, and that was the start of the tour, really. So anyway, I will put the footage in. I mean, it's a bit here and there footage because there were people there, but it's interesting for you to have a look at.
Yeah, some menacing clouds coming over there. We've done well so far.
Yep. So we're going to the famine village.
All sandy, lovely white, lovely, beautiful sandy beach. There it is, the little cottages. Where's the car park? Is this lovely view that is. And the waves coming in.
Look at the hills and the different texture of the grass. And
Look, it's almost like layered there, isn't it?
So what have you got planned, Helen?
Well, for gone potty wise, I'm going to get the chilli seeds going, and I'm going to get the heat maps out. Oh, we've got Riley here. This is our oldest boy.
He's had his little haircut.
Yeah, and so he's got his bow tie, little blow tie. Yeah, so I'm going to start and see if I can germinate some of these chilli seeds and keep them going. I'm going to see how long I can keep going. The two main chilli plants I've got at the moment, they're full of chilli peppers. And also I'll get the hydroponics going again, the aero garden, so we've got some fresh salad stuff, and maybe also get some going in some soil on the heat mats as well. Because we've got these lights, I'm just hoping it'll be enough over the winter months, and with the gentle heat underneath, to mean we can grow some of the things indoors that we couldn't, that we can't normally grow because they won't grow outside. It's too cold and not enough sunlight. So that's what I'm going to do, and maybe there'll be more of the sweet chili jam. Oh, that is so good. I love it.
What I'm going to do is, I've got lots of projects over the winter, and it's been raining quite a lot lately, so I haven't finished the fence at the front. That was in the last video. Can't wait to get that finished. And then over the winter I want to rearrange the polytunnel inside, so that would be another big project. And I've got to close the garden for the winter, so there's quite a lot to do.
Yes.
Plenty to do.
Yeah, there's lots of things to pull up and
Yeah.
prepare for its rest period.
I know, but then it's all go because the onions and garlic.
But it's all going now, isn't it? Getting it prepared.
Yeah.
It's
Let's put
non-stop,
him down.
isn't it? But it is
gets
nice.
heavy after a while.
It is. I like the I love this, the changing of the seasons and the different tasks and thinking ahead and the planning, the excitement of what we'll do next year.
And I love days like today. Today the sun shines out. All right, there's a few showers, but it's pleasant, isn't it? It's nice.
Oh, it's been beautiful. And yeah, we've had a few showers, but the sun's out at the moment. And I mean, I can't think of a better place to be when the sun's out in the west of Ireland. We just need a little bit more of it.
Yeah, that's it. That would be nice. Anyway, that's it for now.
Yeah.
This video.
We hope you're all staying safe and well. And we'll be back another time with some more potty talk.
Yeah. Take care, everyone. See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.